lower body resistance band workout to strengthen and tone. I'm Tucker, a certified Pilates instructor. Welcome to McCrazy Fit. A single resistance band is all that's needed. I'm using the tube style, flat style works, or the circle style as well. We'll begin in neutral spine, going through Pilates movements to prep for the resistance band portion. So beginning in neutral spine, that's feet and knees are about hip width apart, 90 degrees at the knees. Natural curve in the lower back, so I'm not sinking the lower back into the mat. Shoulders down away from the ears and head resting gently on the mat. With an exhale, tighten the lower belly and lift one leg into tabletop. And inhale down. Exhale, other leg into tabletop. Inhale down. We're going through the neutral series to complete my ABCs of Pilates: alignment, breathing, and connection. So we have our alignment, which we began with. We also began with our breathing, keeping the belly tight, not expanding the full rib cage in the chest with our inhales, but keeping that core tight and just allowing the ribs to expand to the side very gently with the inhale. Let's bring this up a step, keep that leg up, and bring the other leg to meet it. Now lower the first leg and lower the second. Let's repeat that, starting with the other leg first. So one leg up, second one to meet it, first one down, and second one down. Let's continue there, alternating legs. And this is 1.5 of the neutral series. And third in the ABCs, connections. We're building that connection between what our brain is telling our body to do and what our body actually does do. Let's hold both legs up. Now send one out at 45 and back. And the other one. And back. Great. Exhale out. Inhale in. Keeping the spine stable. Hips aren't rocking. Also watching that my spine is stable, lower back stable as one leg goes out. I'm not arching the lower back or overextending here to try to compensate for the increased weight placed on the core as the leg extends. Let's go one more on each side. Exhale out. Inhale in, bring both legs, both knees into the chest and allow the lower back to sink in the mat. And exhale back to start. Take a moment to begin in neutral spine, A for alignment. So feet and knees are about hip width apart, natural curve in the lower back, arms on the mat and head resting gently with the nose pointed up to the ceiling. Now give me a posterior pelvic tilt. So I'm tightening the abs. I'm also firing the lower glutes, the upper part of the hamstring here on the leg, and pointing the tailbone forward. And inhale back. Exhale, posterior pelvic tilt, tailbone points forward, lower back sinks in the mat, and inhale back to start. Great, few more. I'm keeping the core tight, but really engaging the obliques as well as top of the hamstring, bottom of the glute here. Last one. Inhale back to start. Let's take that up a notch. Both legs up into tabletop. Now again with the posterior pelvic tilt. Exhale. Lower back sinks in the mat. Inhale back down. So a few things here. Not able to use my glutes and hamstrings. So this is all abs and obliques. Also making sure I'm not pressing my shoulders or head into the mat to gain leverage, but imagining as I go into the posterior pelvic tilt, my knees are going up. So also not letting the feet go out, but the knees go up and back to start. A few more. And down. Let's bring the feet a little closer to the body. Going to begin with a posterior pelvic tilt, move into an articulating bridge. So inhale and exhale to begin the posterior pelvic tilt, and then continue rolling all the way up till knees, hips, shoulders are in the same line. Inhale at the top and exhale to slowly roll all the way back down. A few more of those. Exhale, pelvic tilt, roll up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll down. So if you couldn't feel the glutes for the posterior pelvic tilt, you should be feeling it as you get to the top here. This is all glutes, and when we brought our feet in closer to the body, that allowed us to engage the glutes even more. And down, one more. And down. And now we're going to bring the band in. And I'm going to tie a knot in the band. And it's going to go around my knees. And I want tension when we're in the beginning starting position. So feet, knees, and hips are the same distance apart. And in that position, I want tension in the band. So I don't want it slacky. And again, I'm beginning neutral position. Now we're going to go into an articulating bridge. So I'm going to bring the feet a little closer to the body. And ideally, when I'm up in the bridge, my knees are over my heels. So a straight ankle up to knee, straight perpendicular line. Inhale, exhale, bring it up, stay at the top. Now that's why we have the tension on the band, because you're feeling the outer leg working to keep the knees from collapsing together. With an exhale, come down. Inhale, exhale, pelvic tilt, curl all the way up, keeping the belly tight. Inhale at the top, exhale down. At the top, keeping the pelvic tilt, so I'm keeping the slight scoop here. So not overextending, keeping that slight pelvic tilt that we started with all the way down until the bottom when we return to neutral position. Now this time let's stay at the top. Knees, hips, shoulders in a line, and bring those knees out and in and out and in. Great. Exhale out. Inhale in. Keep the hips up. All glutes. Glutes are flexed and firing, keeping the hips up, not pressing the shoulders or the head into the mat. Head's relaxed. Core's engaged. Two more. And roll all the way down. And again, let's bring the knees into the chest, allow the lower back to sink into the mat. And back to neutral. And we'll take a moment to bring the feet a little closer. And this time, bring the feet a little wider. And as the feet go wider than the hips, the feet point out a little bit as well. So if I'm here, feet, knees, hips in the same line, but when my feet go out, I don't keep the feet pointed forward. The feet turn out to stay in line with the knees that are now wider than the hips. So when the knees go wider than the hips, feet turn out as well. They don't stay pointing forward. So bring the feet out wide. They can be about the width of the mat. Don't have to be quite as long, but this is just increasing the difficulty. So I want to be able to perform the movement correctly with this increased difficulty. So feet a little wider, toes slightly pointed out, belly is tight, And exhale, pelvic tilt, curl all the way up. Inhale at the top, exhale down. Give me 4 more of those. So with the knees out wider, the tension on the band is greater, meaning the load on the outer legs is greater. So just increasing the difficulty. 2 more. Remembering to breathe, exhale up, keeping the belly tight, keeping the scoop of the posterior pelvic tilt. Inhale at the top and exhale down. Now this last one, we're going to stay up. And again, bring the knees out a little wider for me. And back. And a little wider. And back. Maintaining breath. Not pressing the head into the mat. Give me 2 more. Then we'll really burn this out. Last one. Now halfway down and up. Halfway down and up. Halfway down and up. Keeping the glutes firing. Hips are high. Head's relaxed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly roll all the way down. And again, let's bring the knees into the chest for a moment. Let the lower back sink into the mat. And let's just roll on over into a 4-point stance. The band can stay where it is. So a few different variations here. I'm in a 4-point stance, hands under the shoulders. Sometimes it could be more comfortable to be on a fist. It can also be down on forearms. Another variation I could show with this, not real great, but if there's a couch or a chair resting like this as well, still tight, still performing a 4-point stance or a plank position if you're up on a couch, but takes a little of the stress off of the arms and the shoulders. For now, right here on the hands, it can be on the forearms, it can be on a chair or a couch. Belly's tight. One leg out straight, other leg out straight. First one back, second one back. Let's do that again. Start with the other leg. Back, back. And again, alternating legs. So here I want all fingers, all thumb, all part of the hand contacting the mat evenly. I want hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, belly's pulled in tight. Let's go one more. And down into child's pose. And back. So again, if I was doing this modification, or the full forearm. Same thing, lots of different ways to do it. Okay, back to 4-point stance. Shoulders are strong. This time come out into a full plank. Right leg slightly up, bring it out and back. Out and back. Breathe at a constant pace. I'm exhaling, inhaling back. 3 more. Last one. And down, and knees come down. And let's go into child's pose again. And back. Belly pulled up and in. Hands under the shoulders. Knees under the hips. Exhale, both legs out straight into plank. Left leg up, bring it out. And back. Out. And back. 4 more. 2, 1, and down, and in a child's pose. And let's come back into neutral starting position. Band comes off. I'm going to untie it. It can stay as a circle. You can see in a moment why. As I do this, I'll also mention this tubular resistance band, which I first introduced in my upper body resistance band workout. I'll link that at the end. But these attachment handles make for great options and variability to add, as well as the ability to hook on additional resistance bands for more resistance. So a lot more variety in resistance, as well as easier grips with this version, which I linked the Amazon product in the description. It is an affiliate link, so I get a small portion if you use that link to make a purchase. Let's come down into our neutral starting position. My ABCs: alignment, feet, knees hip width apart, natural curve in the back, shoulders resting down on the mat, away from the ears, nose pointed up to the ceiling. Take this band, put it over the foot. So this is why we could still use this. We could use this as the connected circle, or why I really like the handles. And I want neutral spine maintained throughout. So give me a straight leg and back, and straight leg and back. Neutral spine as the leg goes straight, my lower back does not sink into the mat. So most important part of stretching the hamstring here is keeping neutral spine and not losing that natural curve in the lower back. Now keep it straight and bring the leg over across the body, across the midline and back. And again, across the midline and back. Do a few more of those. Breathing at a consistent pace. I'm exhaling with the movement, inhaling back. Last one. Now bring it out and back to center and outside of the body and back to center. Great. Core is engaged, abs are tight, hips don't rock. Stability in the spine, not sinking the lower back into the mat. Last one. And bring the arms up to release the tension, and then bring the leg down. Let's switch legs. And give me a bend and straight. And bend and straight. Constant breath here. Exhale up, inhale down. Dynamic hamstring stretch. Moving the stretch from the muscle to the tendons and ligaments. Keep it straight and bring it over across the midline of the body and back. Exhale over. Inhale back. Good. Hips are stable. Hips aren't lifting as the leg crosses over. 2 more. Now bring it outside the body and back. Throughout all this, mindful from toe to head. So maintaining alignment, maintaining stability in the core, keeping the natural curve in the lower back, shoulders against the mat, head is resting gently. 1 more. Stop. Bring the hand up to the foot to release the tension, and then bring the resistance band off. Great. Let's move into leg circles from there. Perfect transition. Right leg up, bring it up straight, point that toe, and leg sweeps across the body, down, around, and back up to start. And again, exhale, inhale around, back up to start. So again, hips are stable, spine stable. As the leg comes around, I don't lose neutral in the lower spine. Let's stop at the top and reverse direction. Foot goes out, down, across and up. So if it's too difficult to maintain neutral spine during the leg circles, bending the knee can help and is absolutely okay. 2 more. And bring that leg down. Left leg up. Straight, point the toe. Exhale, leg sweeps across, down, around, and up. Size of the circles are just what's most comfortable. You can start with dinner plate size circles and move larger. 1 more. Stop at the top. Let's reverse directions. Releasing any tension in the neck or head that we're carrying. Shoulders are resting on the mat. 2 more. Breathing at a consistent pace. Last one. And bring it down. Now bring that left foot, put it on the right knee, and bring that right knee up in a tabletop for stretching the glute. Still maintaining neutral spine, so not sinking the lower back into the mat. Also not pushing away at the knee. If I want a deeper stretch, I can pull in very gently. And down and back. And the right ankle on the left knee. Bring that leg into tabletop. And back to neutral. Now both knees into the chest, this time allowing the lower back to sink in the mat. And on the next exhale, bring the left leg straight for a hip flexor stretch, and the leg can rest all the way on the ground, reaching long. And back in. And with the next exhale, put the right leg out straight. Let it rest on the ground, but reach long. Bring that leg back in. Let's kick on up, and that concludes the lower body workout. Thank you for joining me. I'll link my upper body workout with the resistance band that I mentioned earlier. That's a perfect transition from this workout. The workout equipment, at-home equipment that I use is all linked down below as well. Subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any of the workouts, and I'll see you next time.